What's up, YouTube? We're back. Today we have the GPR-H1000. It's here finally. Let's check it out. Let's go. Alright, YouTube, thanks for joining me today. We're back with the new G-Shock release. This is the Rangeman all new GPR-H1000, was released literally January 19th today. And some people have already got a hold of it. I myself am one of those people. This is the brand new, fully redesigned G-Shock Rangeman GPRH1000. So let's talk a little bit about this. This is going to be a unboxing and pretty thorough, well, not thorough, an overview of the watch itself. And then I'll do a thorough review of it in comparison with the old Rangeman in a future video on my channel. So if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, hit the notification button, and get all the information about this here notable G-Shock watch. So here's the model number. GPR-H1000-9 3554 is the module for this particular watch. Let's go ahead and open this baby up. It comes in this cardboard box, nothing fancy, just standard G-Shock release. There will be, I guarantee, collaborations in the near future with this particular model, so stand by and keep an eye out for that. And there's a lot to talk about this watch, but let's just do a quick unboxing. It comes in this here little knit bag, a little bag, G-Shock of Master G and silver lining there, or wording. And here it is, the -9, the yellow version of this here Rangeman, and it's a beauty. So some things to talk about. So the model number, again, there's a model number, here's a tag, there's a SKU number, 355 module, retails for $500. Currently in the US, and there's two color variations released on the drop. There's a yellow and a black version of this watch, and this again is the redesign of the Rangeman. The last one was the GW 9400 Rangeman, which was released over a decade ago, back in 2013. So it's a welcome surprise, a welcome redesign of this particular watch, and they've truly added all the bells and whistles to this watch. It packs a punch. It offers a slew of technology and a completely revamped design. So let's talk about this. What's going on with this watch? So you got a yellow band here, and it's actually bio-based resin. So it's the typical bezel and band in the case is made out of resin, but it's actually a bio-base. So I don't know if they maybe they use seaweed, I don't know, garbage bags, I don't know how they did it, but they actually made it out of components that are bio-friendly and kind of help out the environment. So you see some here has some mud resist, heart rate 6 sensors, and we'll talk about that momentarily. You have the yellow and black colorway. It's got a metal band keeper here with the G-Shock logo, and also a black metal band keeper and buckle. All right. The watch itself, and let's take this plastic off so you can see it better. All right, here. Let's get her naked, and we can show you what we're working with. So this is cool. It's got a highly desirable, beautiful, clear display, the MIP display on this puppy. And a lot of people complain about the new Mudman not having an MIP because it's terrible. The display on that watch is just terrible, and this one did a good job in including the MIP display on this particular watch. So this new Rangeman offers solar charging and also USB charging, which is new. The former 9400 only had solar power charging, and this one does incorporate not only solar charging, but also the USB charging port on the back. So you can connect it right there, and gives you a faster, more reliable charge rate in case you don't wear the watch on a regular basis. Now, in terms of 9400, I wore mine regularly and never had a problem, never got it to low. It was always consistently on high charge or medium charge because I wore it so often. But if you don't, you always have that option to charge it with the USB, and that gives you more peace of mind in case you want to throw it on and wear it in kind of on a pinch. All right. It also has And a new tracking function, which lets you monitor your heart rate during strenuous exercising and activities, which is cool if you have heart problems or you, I mean, it never hurts to have that technology, right? In case you're using the watch. Which is cool because the 9400 didn't have that heart rate technology back in 2013 when it was released. They have new watches now, the GPR-H1000. All those have sensors and stuff like that. So I'm guessing it was easy to incorporate that technology into the Rangeman, which just gives you a magnitude of functions and a magnitude of features included into this one here watch. Right, the watch does have Bluetooth technology, which has its own Casio native G-Shock application, and you can actually sync the watch with the application and making sure that it's current. The time and the date will never be inaccurate. The design itself of this watch is so robust, but it's not terrible. Also, this watch has 6 sensors. You heard that right, 6 sensors. It has a heart rate sensor, accelerometer, a gyroscope, magnetic sensor, pressure sensor, and thermal sensor, which of course gives you altimeter information. It gives you barometer, moon and tide data, sunrise, sunset, blood oxygen sensors, thermometer. It just gives you so much information all packed into this watch, which is great. I can't imagine you needing any other watch other than this new Rangeman. It's just so good. The design itself, like I said, it's resin, but it also has this forged metal guards. So these buttons here are actually protected by forged metal. And you can see that there on the design of the watch. It does have metal parts, which is great. It's not plastic or anything like that. So it will be protected from the elements and any activities out in the wild, which is great. All right. MIP design again. Look at this watch. Again, the new Rangeman does have this MIP display, which makes it beautiful because you can actually view the time from almost any angle. All right. And when I do the comparison between the Rangeman and the Mudman, you'll see where the Mudman lacks that MIP display and how this makes it superb or actually better than any other display. The price is $500, so does have mineral glass. It does not have sapphire glass, which is okay with me. Sapphire glass is great in terms of durability. It does protect the watch from scratches. A little bit harder to scratch, but the mineral glass is fine. I've had my old, some of my old watches are mineral. I've never had an issue. The bezel itself protects it. You can see how it sticks out, protrudes a little bit from the glass and protects it from any damage. So mineral glass, it's absolutely fine unless you hit some kind of jagged edge or some kind of spike material that strikes the glass, direct impact. It will damage it. It will scratch it. It might even break it. Okay. In terms of weight, this one is a 92 grams, which is fine. It does seem high on paper, 92 grams, but in the hand, it doesn't seem that heavy whatsoever. The design itself is 60.6 by 53.2 by 20.3 millimeters in dimension. So it is a larger, higher sitting watch. In terms of this size here, this one is 53.2. So it is bigger than the old Rangeman. Again, I'll do a complete comparison between the new and old Rangeman, which I'm actually wearing right now. Let me show you guys. This is how it sits, the current Rangeman, and it looks bigger because of the bull bars on it, and it's black. So it may look different in comparison in size, but I'll do a full, thorough comparison. But just for giggles, I can show you guys side by side the old 9400 versus the new GPR-H1000. I gotta remember that name because it's a weird name. GPR-H1000 Rangeman. You can see there in terms of size, not drastic, right? In size, on paper, it does look bigger. It does look bulkier, higher, and it sits higher on the wrist, maybe because of this here. But I don't think it's that drastic of a difference of band or and sizing. All right. Again, you can see the display here. This is a positive display, so let's keep that in mind. This is the positive display, which are always more legible, easier to read. But this is a MIP display, and the old Rangeman did not have an MIP display. It's just gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. All right, you can see the difference in the time there. Notice how the time on the old Rangeman is kind of like broken up, segmented, the numbers there, right? That's the difference you can see now with the MIP displays. More computerized, more clean, more edge than the old design there. All right, so now back to the watch itself. Let's go through some of these functions here. You have the time with the date, the day of the week, seconds here. Press and hold this button here. That's to sync it to the Bluetooth. We're not going to do that quite yet. Bottom left button is to go forward, reverse, start and stop the functions. You have the back and the light button. We'll show you the light button, the light on this watch momentarily. But let's go through some of the functions here. Starting off in home time. Load something was not going to let me go through the functions unless I set it up. Well, learn something now. You can't go through the functions unless you set up the watch. So push and hold this. What happens? Push and hold. Please wait. Oh, it's going to look on my phone. Oh, okay. What happened? All right. There you go. Heart rate feature, like I mentioned earlier. Compass. Altimeter. Barometer. Almanac, which is the sunrise, sundown, I suppose, and moon phase. Tide graph, there's a tide graph. Blood oxygen level. Breathing exercises, no thank you. Cardio status. Life log, no clue what that means, but we'll touch base on that as soon as we learn about these functions on the watch. Nightly recharge, this is actually cool. They added this here function. Kind of tracks your sleeping patterns, tells you how you're sleeping, your oxygen levels, and that's good for a study where you could do a self-study on your sleeping and the way your body recharges and sleeps throughout the night, which is pretty cool. Activity log, world time, timer, stopwatch, notifications, so you get notifications for emails, text messages, Facebook, all that stuff. If you're into that, it does have some smart capability built into this watch. And then back to your time and date. There you go. Now, I'm not sure how to operate the watch itself, so let's test the heart rate monitor there. I'm not going to do that one because I don't put the watch on yet, but compass, good. Compass, don't know how to actually activate it, but let's push this button here. I want to say this is the please wait. That's my, there we go. Is that it? Or what am I doing there? Yeah, looks like that's the compass there. Could probably switch the screen, maybe not. What kind of messing with the screen right now? We don't know how to. This is the back button, obviously. Oh, that's going backwards. Let's go the other way. Compass, enter, please wait. Okay. Okay, so that's how you enter the functions. A little strange. I gotta get used to it. Now, this is more similar to the old GPR-B1000 watch in terms of how to operate the watch. It's not comparable. It's not the same as the old Rangeman, which is fine. New tech. In terms of switching, let's go back again. Back. Let's see how responsive it is. So it's a little delayed. I'm not too happy with the delay on there. I guess it's like kind of a computer, so it's not slow, but it does take a little bit of time to switch between these functions. You can see I'm pushing the button, right? It's not completely accurate and fast, but it does work. It's fine. All right, go back to your home time. Now let's show you guys the display on here. Let's see the, so you can see how dark I made it here. You can still see the time, right? You can still see the time, not perfectly, but you can still see the time, which is great. Even without covering, you see how clean it looks, right? That's beautiful. That's the beauty about the MIP display. But let's turn on this light. Should be a dual LED. Oh, that's clean. That is very clean. There's a little bit of bleeding, not terrible. You can see the lights here flushed on the right side, and also it looks like maybe 2, 3, I can see 4 maybe 3 or 4 LEDs there, right? Which is great, but that looks good. It's a clean, thorough brightness on the screen, which is great. I like that. All right. So my next video, I will discuss some of the functions and more thoroughly. I'll do a complete comparison between the old Rangeman and the new Rangeman. But for the time being, this is just a quick unboxing and overlook of the new G-Shock Rangeman GPRH1000. Let's throw it on the wrist though, so you guys could take a look at that. And I'll tell you, it's pretty. One thing I noticed about this watch is that it's, even though it's new, the bands are pretty comfortable. They're malleable. You see that? Like, I remember the Mudman, how stiff it was and how it takes time to, but this is, it feels really comfortable, guys. It feels really comfortable on the wrist. This is yellow, so it is gonna stand out more. It's a bit robust. I have a small wrist, but you can see it sits comfortably. Very light. I gotta admit, it's very light. I don't feel it on my wrist. The old, I don't know, it just feels good. I think they did a good job. It sits it doesn't feel like it's bothering me at all. It does have, you have to remember though, this does have a sensor, so it does have to sit a little bit tighter on the wrist so that it makes contact with that there, the vessels on your arm to read the measurements of oxygen and also the heart rate. All right, but there you guys have that. The GPRH1000 this is the yellow new Rangeman G-Shock watch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick and dirty G-Shock unboxing and overlook, and stand by for the next videos, the complete deep dive of the new Rangeman. Thanks for watching. Till next time, this is Chicago. Holla at your boy. I'm out of here. Peace. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm out of here.
My G-Shock, I'm rocking my G-Shock. 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 I'm rocking my G-Shock.